Hello everybody, Cone Dodger here, back on the No Heroes server. It is Sunday, about noon my time. I have been working on this sucker for, in total, about 12 hours over the past couple days, off camera, to try and catch up and somehow miraculously meet my goal of finishing the main building and hangar by this weekend. Xerxes does not approve, apparently. Yeah. So from the outside, it might not look like too much has changed. If your eye is very good, you'll notice the main hangar is shorter. I started putting up these walls, and I noticed the whole building was much too long for the scale. Originally my scale was a little bigger, so I think I took it over 4 blocks, something like that. So a little bit shorter. Let's see, what else have I done? I think this is a little bit more finished out. I started the walkway around there, finished the sidewalk and the paved area around the building, on the front side anyway. Back side, not quite done, but I'm getting there. Just a little bit left on this side. I cleared out where the water would be, because obviously the building kind of overlaps the water a little bit on the back. I haven't finished out this. I built up these 2 walls and got the curve done there. I gotta work out the patio area yet, and the little glass canopy that's on the curved part. It's probably one of the last things I'll work out. Got the river cleared over here as well. But the biggest thing I've done is I've started work on the inside. I finally found some good pictures of some screen captures of what the inside looks like. I'm kind of in the middle of deciding which material theme I want to use. Some of them show kind of a wood texture, but it's a little green. Unfortunately, we don't have a green wood, so I think I'm going to stick with the birch. There is 2 tiers. There's 1 tier here with like the equipment, these tanks, a little desk here. I've got an elevator there. And then there's the top tier that has the big circle table they always meet at. It has the big screen over here. And then the top should be filled in with glass. So I'll do that. Probably glass with cyan behind it. So here you can see up in here. Just some minor details. Obviously in the scale I can't build too detailed. But I've got, things where they should be. Let me go up top. I haven't done too much up here other than the fence, which should be there, and I need to do a fence on the bottom as well. I got an elevator here. It takes us down. These are the hallways to where, like those little rooms that you never really see on the show are, and as this is a TV set, basically, you can see I have the doorways, but they don't lead anywhere. That is how they do it on TV as well. This is the hallway in between the hangar building and the bottom of the circle. So I got the couches and everything in here. This is like the little rec room. And then we can take the elevator up to the sphere, which I have not worked out yet. It's still empty up here. But at least we got access to it. Got torches up in here so it stops turning into a mob farm. But today, what do we do? I have been holding off on finishing the sides of the hangar because I wanted to work that out on camera. So the windows will be here, and I'll have to work out how the roof kind of has that sliding track system to roll back in there. So I'm going to work out that, show a little bit of it being folded in there because I do want it open. Various different versions of this building exist. Even in different seasons, it kind of changes. And the version that I'm liking the most There's the yellow stripe here that has the windows. I may need to come down one layer for that. We will see. No, the windows are just going to go down one layer into that. And then what else? There's the track on top at this level. Some versions I'm seeing it's green, some versions I'm seeing it's yellow. I think I'm going to go with the green to tie into that over there. And just to kind of change that up a little bit. And let's see, what else is there? Also there, below the windows there's a little walkway. The walkway makes no sense. There's no access to it, but it's on there in the screen captures I have, so I'm gonna put it there. So let me gather some materials here, and I'll meet you on the roof. Alrighty, so first thing first, I gotta find the center of this. Do I have torches? Yes. I should eat some melon before I get too involved here. I only burnt through my bread supply. I need to go up to the wheat farm and get that going again. Let's see. Got 36. Apparently this is 35. So that is good. It's an odd number. I think I have an odd number of windows at 5. So that should work out just fine. Calculator time. Okay, so I think I'm going to have to live with this. You can see you got a shorter one over there than over here, but with an odd number of windows on an even number window size, it's the only way it works out. I'm not going to move this over again just for the sake of that. At least I'm not going to do that right now. I may get OCD and do it later. But before I spend all day on this, I need to go ahead and start moving on with the next phase, and that's putting windows in. I think I'm going to do the one down thing and then do... Oops. Never been good at placing panes. They're such a pain. Ha ha ha. No. Dig down here. 2. Okay, let's stand back and see how that looks. I also need to make a run and get some food real quick. Yeah, that looks good. You hardly even notice the difference, especially since the windows are offset. And looking at the pictures, they are kind of drawn that way too. They're not, the gaps are not even between them. So I think that's the best I can do. That's the correct amount of panes. There's 6 panes per window, so that's right. In the pictures I have, the yellow wraps the windows. I may do that. Depends on how it looks. Once I get that second yellow stripe on the, or green stripe on the top, I think that will be sufficient for that. Let me try one real quick and see if maybe I do prefer it that way. Grab this wool before it disappears. Alright. So all the way around the window, yellow. And even up to here. And it would be across the top as well. That seems like a lot of yellow to me. but maybe look right from the ground. So up and up, up. Put a couple reds to the side of it to even it out. Is that right? No, this one would be red. Wouldn't it be? Yes, because the top's kind of domed. Let's see. Yeah, I think I am going to go with that. It dresses it up a little bit more, and with the walkway under there, it won't look as out of place. Thank God for these boots. Alright. Oh shit. I have had way too many close calls with creepers. I had 2 explode over there. And let me tell you, I missed a block there. Wool plus creepers equals bad. They do a lot of damage. Okay, back to work. Collect this stuff up. Let me stand back, take a look. Yes, that is definitely the right way to go there. Halfway tempted to extend that stripe down one. Maybe when the walkway's in, I'll do that. First, let me head back to the base and see what I can scrounge up for some food. I know I got watermelons over there, but I hate watermelons. Got a little bit of wheat. I need to go over to the temple of wheat and plant. While I'm doing that, talk to you about Snapshot came out yesterday, 2 days ago. I'm very excited about it. But I'm also, for the first time, going to wait until the release version to upgrade in my single player worlds. Or we really want to start another server, maybe just for a select few people. We, me and my brother, start a new server with a new fresh world in 1.7. The new biomes look fantastic. I'm pretty pleased with everything they've done so far, but I kind of don't want to spoil it for myself by playing the snapshots. I want to experience all of the updates at once. I know I want to go up here. Yes. I even left the water going. Paying for my own laziness by running out of food. No. But yeah, look forward to that after this build off is done. I still want to play on the No Heroes server. Here on 1.5 a little bit more. I'd like to do the server tours, as I said. But I'm thinking that the 1.7 probably won't come out until, I don't know, November. So yeah, I'll need something to fill in a little bit of gap. I know Minecraft is not exactly the most popular thing on my channel. A lot of people come here just for the automotive stuff, automation, iRacing, F1, stuff like that. But I get a lot of enjoyment out of Minecraft. I get a lot of enjoyment out of recording Minecraft, so I'm going to continue to do it, because if I'm not having fun, then there's no point in even doing any of this. Certainly not for the money. It's certainly more for learning, video editing, more for having fun, and hopefully entertaining some people along the way. Alright, so got all that planted. Of course, we're not going to be over here. I might just idle over here for a little while and then let that grow later. Oop, sorry, cards. Let's see, is there any wheat in there? Ah, there is. Ready for backups. So I'll make all this up. That should last me a little longer than the watermelon was. Anything good in here? Some glowstone. Some iron bars, I need those. Okay, back over to the build area. Alrighty, so now I'm going to work on the little platform. I'm just going to finish the front side, then I'll do the back side off camera. Because you've already seen it once I get this done. Ooh, some XP and some red wool. I really, really wish we were in 1.6 so we had carpets. Because that would make stuff like this walkway work much better. Because those are as close to a half slab as you can get with wool. And some of the stuff is a lot thinner. And I could get a lot more detailed, but I'm working with what I got, so I'm gonna do a 2 wide yellow walkway, and it's gonna be about here. Let's see. How does that feel? How's it feel, man? Yeah, that looks good. Scale being what it is, I think if I was building this in like creative, or if I had not a boxed in area, though I do have some wasted space over there, but I got to put the power lines over there, so I do need that space. But if I was gonna build to my heart's content, my scale would have been at least, I don't know, 25% bigger than this to get more detail, but for the time constraints I'm under and the amount of materials it took, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because we're already only a week and a half away from the Judgment Day, and I'm not even done with the first set yet, so a lot of work ahead of me here. I'm gonna try and do a lot more work off camera. I do enjoy doing this on camera work, but it's so much more time consuming to do it this way for some reason, because my brain has to think about 2 things at once. It's a lot more fun for me to do it this way, you know, it keeps me interested in the progress and the project. But it is a competition after all, so I would like to get done with it. So hopefully we can win. I'm a little bit of a competitive spirited kind of person. I'm gonna need a lot more of those. I've already got some made. I don't honestly expect to win, but that's just kind of the person I am. I am forever a pessimist. But I still think people will be impressed, and some people will think it's cool. And that is enough for me. I know I'm already happy with it. I think it's already looking pretty cool, and I haven't really even started with the super detailed stuff, which is my favorite part of builds like this, is the little details, which we'll be getting into probably next episode, because once this is done, that's done, and the little roof section is done, it's all going to be little detail work, and that, like I said, is much more interesting and exciting to me. What do I do now? Green? Green. Like a lime green, where I could really use aqua green, but I don't have it. Stained clay is another thing that would be awesome to have, but good lord, I never would have been able to finish this project with stained clay, because it's much harder to get. Alright. I gotta do my good old math again. So that's even, but with a tight center gap, and I think that is the correct way to do this. I could also move the ones on the outside out one, but I like the idea of having more support in the center. It gives it more structure. It's just gonna be like so. Or angled in the real one or the pictures, but that's as close to an angle as I am going to get with this. Alright, how's that look? That's good, I like it. It's a little short. I believe this ends up being a little short. The whole building, I think, is a little short, but it's too late to work with that. And I'm okay with it. It still looks pretty massive, so with this small scale, I think I'm gonna have to live with it. I decided to go green up here, but do I need one more layer of red? Yes. One more layer of red. And then the tracks are going to be green and a 2 wider. Oops. With a little bit of overhang. If you look at the picture, which picture am I going to use? Yeah, that one. You can see it's pretty flat across the top. So it'll be not a torch, like so. That green is very bright. Alrighty, so less than seamless transition here. We are back in the main base. Had to go grab some more food. It is 2 days later than what it was seconds ago. My hard drive filled up as I was recording there. And luckily I realized it, so I was able to stop recording, and I was going to be able to just, seamlessly transition into this part. But then I got called into work, and a bunch of other stuff came up. And here we are 2 days later, finally able to record again. Creeper creeping off in the distance. I was able to do some work, and some of that work was in a decision I made to do some changes. So let's pop on over and we'll see what you think of the changes I made. Alright, so the first thing you may notice is that this program is now brought to you by the letter T. T. That is the sky. That's something that I just started on. So my brother would know where it's going to be, because he is willing to help with that, because it's a lot of repetitious block placing that's very boring, and we're going to need massive quantities of this wool. I've already used that much just for that. But beyond that, I changed the green to cyan. The more I looked at it, and I still got some green over here so that you can see what it used to be. The more I looked at that green, it was gross looking. These colors are so darn bright, and next to the green, it looked real tacky to me. I mean, it's a cartoon. It's not supposed to look like real life, but they just weren't working. And if you look at the picture down there, this cyan's way closer to that kind of seafoam green that I'm seeing in the pictures. So that is that. Also, holy messages, Batman. Also, the top here, I decided to go with the yellow up there. Still split 50-50 on the pictures I find. Some have it yellow, some have it green, or teal, or whatever that color is. I like the yellow better, so I went with the yellow. Lone is gone AFK. Good to know. There's quite a few people on. I'd say only about 4 of these people are actually working on Build Off projects. What else have we done? Started, I just kind of laid out this wall to see how it's going to look. I also finished out the back half. I think when I left you, there was none of the back on there. Mob's still spawning like crazy. Thanks to the people on here, let me know. I had a question about the walls. I was wondering if when Judgment Day came around, if the walls would disappear. And that is the case. And that is what I was hoping, because otherwise, this part of it's going to be super dark. No matter how much I torch it up, it's going to be super dark with the ceiling on there. The wall's open, it should be pretty good. It should have enough ambient light to fill in and make it not look so dark. What else? Oh, this thing I'm standing on. I just wanted to lay out the road a little bit to get my scale for the sky ceiling. And obviously I'm doing the sky ceiling because I want to do another layer, another build on top of this. What else? Oh, my boots are nearly gone. These are my last pair of boots. So sad. But I did the roof partially because now I can use the elevator to get up here. And if I need to get on top of the building, I don't have to fly up there. I can just jump onto there because they still have feather falling on them. So all is good there. Did I grab the materials I need? Not really. Need a lot more gray. Dispatch of this guy. And that guy. This is another reason I'm glad. Wow, nice aim. I'm glad the walls are coming down because this place has become the world's ugliest mob farm. I don't know where that guy is. He's probably in one of these cavities within here. But now it's seriously time to get back to work. So let me go grab some gray wool and I'll meet you on top. Okay, so here we are on the roof. If you look in the picture now at the bottom, you can see that in this shot, this is green, but I'm again going yellow here. It's a good view of this, so I might need to edit this a little bit, but it's pretty close. So you can see that the floor is a different color, but it works. But you see the canopy is half open, where you can actually see the gray parts closed. I prefer that to the tucked up in there canopy I've seen in some other shots, so I'm going to go with that, which means I'm just going to do one of these numbers, which will be interesting because I've got to work underneath because I want to fill in the backside as well. And no more boots. I'm pretty much not going to use the boots anymore because I want to save that feather falling, because I am pretty derpy and I need to fall down from there to get up here without using a ton of scaffolding anyway. I want to do that as well. Okay, and now it gets interesting. Let's see if I can reach. Yep. Good. That will actually make it pretty easy. I was actually kind of dreading this part, but I think it's going to be a little easier than I thought. I want to make it, start with 3 wide, and I'll trim it back if need be. As you can see, I have no problem going back and editing what I've already done. That's probably a problem of mine. I'm very indecisive when I build things. Maybe that's part of the reason I don't do a whole lot of purely unique abstract work, because I just go through and endlessly change things and never actually finish anything. When you're replicating something like this, you have a pretty good idea of what it's supposed to look like. So you're kind of locked in. Okay. I think I want to get rid of that top piece. I've been considering getting rid of the top piece completely up here and rounding it out, but I'm going to experiment with just this to see how it looks. Pull that in. Looks is on now. It's pretty much the same people. Yes, I'm going to do this side real quick. And random XP. Yep, and I think I'm going to stick with that. Okay, that looks good. I'm pleased with that. Next up is, let me change the picture over here on my screen. Next up, I want to finish this guy up, because I think that's the last exterior major detail that I have yet to tackle. I want to do the antenna and the little cable windows, I guess you would call them. And the handrail around it. Geronimo bunk. Alright, first thing, let's work on the little antenna, which will be a little strange because the circle's getting so small up here. Let's see, this is our center 4 here. So it definitely needs to be bigger than that. But to make it bigger than that, this is as round as it can get, which isn't great, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. And then it kind of flares out one, which would mean, let's see if I can do this. I'll have to break these, like so. Guess I'll just build it up and knock it out when I'm on the ground. Okay, and shear out these. Must be getting dark, or maybe it's just a shadow of the blue. Gotta watch for mobs. I've had quite a few explosions down here already. Not pleasant. But okay, let's see. Now I want to move it back in. And do that one more time. I'll make it solid. Try and cut down on the mob spawn in this thing. And then from there, I think I'm just going to do one of these numbers. Okay, these are impossible to place. Just like glass panes, I always have an issue placing glass panes as well. I'm gonna go up maybe 5 rungs of this. This feels right. And do I wanna, let's see, whoops. Got to use my boots. Dang it! I've made a prison. Alright, do I want to do something like that? Maybe on both edges? Yeah, I think that's pretty antenna looking. Alright, I might not have enough of these now. I'll work on the windows. It's going to be difficult because they're kind of this shape. So this shape in here needs to be inset one and glass, but the outside of that needs to be out one. It's very, very difficult shape to pull off. Let's see, so I'm going to surround this with one. All the way around. Should be 2 here, and then knock out one. Not including that one, because it kind of goes down. Hey there, buddy. You checking the place out? You're not paying your rent. You must die. If I could hit you. Okay. Knock these out. Let's see, it'll be these 2. But I kind of want it to be inset. One more, so I'm gonna box this in. This will be where the floor is anyway. This will just be empty space down there. So let me box this in. Is that all 2? Yes. Replace this with glass. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oh, well, that worked out a lot better than I expected it to. Let me throw these iron bars down, and I'm going to step down and take a look at that. I need one more gray there, don't I? I need more inventory space. Need a bigger hotbar. Let me try that. Make sure there's always one space around to walk on. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, there's not really one space to walk there. But is it going into the same one? Yeah, that's good. Good enough. Okay, let's see. Is that really how I have it over here? Yep. But sometimes you gotta do things for the visual. Gotta make sacrifices to reality to get the visual right when you're doing a reproduction or replica like this. So let me extend that back a little bit. Just jump down. Let's see how that looks. Go back a little further. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Even the little tower looks pretty good, I think. That's gonna work, but I think I want the window to be one taller. They look a little short. So back up. Not quite as easy without the boots, but not terrible. At least you get a nice little view of it on the way up. Good thing the elevators are part of this server. Alright, almost landed in that. Good thing I covered it. That would stink. So I want these two to be solid. Like so. And these two will be the top. Hopefully that will be tall enough. I don't really want to go taller than that. Do I want those? I don't think so. Let's do it like so. Back down. Back across. Much better. Now you can actually see them from the ground. And they're nearly touching the top. Do I want to go even one more though? Because in these pictures, let me cycle my pictures. They are pretty tall, but they're not more than 3/4 of the way up. Let's take a look at it on the way up. Good old creepers. Yeah, they need to be one taller. That's only about halfway up. Oh, the joys of building things in survival and not creative. If this were creative, I could have flown around and done that in half a minute, but you lose the fun you have of climbing up and down, up and down. Sarcasm. Need to get rid of all that purple too. Should I extend them out one now on the bottom? I'll look at that after I do the top. So I'm gonna go even up 2. Not these. Is that right? I feel like I got one extra in here somewhere. Oh, it's just the purple. Dang it! Wasting glass. Okay, now I want to go up 2. And cap it off. So I don't need these. Alright, build this back up. And I can round these out a little bit more as needed. Yeah, I think that's probably the width I want. Back down. Feels like we've done this before. Yeah, now that's starting to look like the right scale. Yep, at least from the ground. It might look a little small from the sky. I didn't see you spawn behind us. Terrible aim. That bounced right off his head. You are dead. Give me your arrows. Alright, 4 more of those and that sucker is done. Chance that you've just blown a mistake. It's on its way. You'll pick your poison with another damn excuse for losing touch, and it's all because you can't keep the pace. We're on our way. We're moving on. 'Cause we've been waiting for so long to give up anything just for our one more drink. Okay, so as I finish up in here, getting rid of this purple, I'm gonna wrap this episode up. I know it's been very jumpy and kind of chaotic. I apologize for that, but with the ambitious build I have going here, it's difficult for me to always be in the mindset of recording while working on this thing. It definitely slows my progress when I'm thinking about recording and building. Heaven forbid I try and do two things at once. But still enjoying being able to show you guys the process here. Hopefully we get some good results from it and everybody likes it, especially the judges. I don't know that I still expect to win. I know there are some very talented people on here and some people that have been putting many hours into it. Obviously I've been putting many hours into it. I probably have in total, between gathering materials and building, probably about 20 to 30 hours so far. And we're down. I gotta use my boots up probably to finish the elevator, but I'll do that another time. But that, as I said, is going to do it for this episode. There is our progress. Again, I'm probably going to do a little bit of work off camera. The next thing I have to do here is finish with the details outside. There's a bunch of tanks, as in like air tanks, I guess they are, fuel tanks and stuff like that. And probably the HVAC system runs through here. Get rid of that green wall. Deciding if I want to do the power lines over here or not. That might be a last minute addition if I have time. The big thing obviously is the ship and the main dock area inside for the ship. All that will be next episode. But beyond that, finish off the sky instead of the T. Finish off the sky and start the next layer. Only about a week and a half left to do the whole other set. It's gonna be a time crunch, but hopefully I get it done. We will see. Also, I hope you enjoyed the tunes as part of the montages to aid me along here as I'm building. That is the sounds of a band called Park Ridge. They are friends of mine, just a small local band doing kind of an older punk rock kind of sound, but they're really good, and told them I would try and get them some promotion through the YouTubes. So I'd appreciate it if you go check it out. But as always, my name is Cone Dodger. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.